Hello everyone, welcome to today's lecture. So in the other lecture we studied about physical change and chemical change. So we studied that during a physical change no new substance is formed, but whereas in the case of a chemical change a new substance is formed. Reactants combine together to form products. Okay, so during this chemical change the bond between elements in a compound are broken and it is reformed. Okay, reformed to form products. So in the case of reactants their bonds are broken and they shuffle, okay, they exchange and then form a product. They combine again to form a product. There are different types of reactions which we will be studying later, but in this lecture we will be studying about chemical bonds. Okay, now you may see that an atom uses its valence electrons in the formation of a chemical bond. So what do you mean by valence electrons? The electrons in the outermost orbit. Do you remember you had studied this in chapter 5? What are valence electrons? The electrons in the outermost orbit are called as valence electrons. Those valence electrons take part in the formation of a chemical bond. Okay, so a chemical bond, there are two types of chemical bond: ionic bond and covalent bond. In an ionic bond there is give and take of electrons, and in covalent bond there is sharing of electrons. Do you remember we had studied if there are 1 or 2 or 3 electrons in the outermost shell, then it will give electrons. If there are 4 electrons in the outermost shell, it will share electrons. If there are 5 or 6 or 7 electrons in the outermost shell, it will take electrons. Okay, it will take electrons from another element. I repeat, if there are 1 or 2 or 3 elements in 3 electrons in the outermost shell, it will give those electrons. That means if it is having 1, it will give 1. If it is having 2, it will give 2. If it is having 3, it will give 3. If it is having 4, it will share 4. If it is having 5, it will take 3. If it is having 6, it will take 2. If it is having 7, it will take 1. Okay, so this we had studied earlier. So the bonds, such bonds which are formed by give and take of electrons, it is called as ionic bond, and the bond which is formed by sharing of electrons is called as covalent bond. In this lecture we will be studying about different compounds which are formed by ionic bond or covalent bond. Now, what is ionic bond? The definition is important. It is there on page number 92. You may mark it. What is an ionic bond? The chemical bond formed due to electrostatic force of attraction between the oppositely charged cation and anion is called as an ionic bond or electrovalent bond. Now, what do you mean by a cation and an anion? That we will see. The compound formed by means of one or more ionic bonds is called as an ionic compound. So here we will see formation of ionic bond in sodium chloride. We know that sodium, its atomic number is 11. Its atomic number is 11. What will be its electronic configuration? Its electronic configuration is 281. The other one, that is chlorine. The atomic number is 17. Its atomic number is 17. What will be its electronic configuration? Its electronic configuration will be 287. This is having 1 electron in its outermost shell. That means it will give electrons. This is having 7 electrons in its outermost shell. That means it will take electron. Now I will draw the structure of sodium. It is having 11 proton. In the first shell there are 2 electrons. In the second shell there are 8 electrons, 8. And in the last shell, that is the third shell, that is the M shell, it is having 1 electron. Whereas in case of chlorine, it is having 17 proton. In the first shell, it is having 2 electrons. In the second shell, it is having 8 electrons. and in the third shell it is having 7 electrons. It is having 7 electrons. So this needs 1 electron and this want to give 1 electron. So it will give this 1 electron to chlorine. This is sodium, this is chlorine. Okay, so sodium will give 1 electron to chlorine, and after giving this electron, this will become sodium plus ion. Okay, this will become sodium plus ion. It is having 1 positive charge. I will tell you, if it gives 1 electron, after giving that 1 electron, it is having 11 protons and 10 electrons. That means it is having 11 positive charge and 10 negative charge. So it forms a positive ion. Okay, so it forms a positive ion which is called as cation. Positive ion is called as cation. Here, after receiving 1 electron, it is having 17 proton and 18 electron. That means it is having 17 positive charges and 18 negative charges. That means it is having 1 negative charge extra. That means it will form a negative ion, and negative ions are called as anions. Okay, so this cation and this anion, okay, there is an electrostatic force of attraction between oppositely charged cation and anion. They will combine together. Okay, they will combine together to form sodium chloride. The first shell with 2 electrons, second shell with 8 electrons. You do not have to show the third shell because the 1 electron has been given to chlorine. What about chlorine? It will be 17 proton. The first shell with 2 electrons, second shell with 8 electrons, and third shell with 8 electrons. Okay, the third shell will be with 8 electrons. This is sodium chloride. Okay, this has been shown with another color in the textbook, that is red color. This is sodium chloride. So this is about formation of ionic bond. If you are having a question on formation of ionic bond in sodium chloride, you should be able to write it with diagram. What will you write? The atomic number of sodium is 11. Its electronic configuration is 281. So it will give 1 electron. Next, the atomic number of chlorine is 17. Its electronic configuration is 287. So it will gain 1 electron. So there is a force of attraction between positively charged sodium ion and negatively charged chloride ion, and they combine together to form sodium chloride. So this is formation of sodium chloride. Now we will see the next. Now the next is formation of MgCl2 molecule by formation of ionic bond between magnesium and calcium. Magnesium, okay, you may see its atomic number is 12. So its electronic configuration is 282. It is having 2 valence electrons. Okay, it is having 2 valence electrons. And chlorine atomic number is 17. Its electronic configuration is 287. It is having 7 valence electrons. So this will gain 1 electron and this will give 2 electrons. Okay, so instead of taking 1 Cl, 1 chlorine, it will form bonds with 2 chlorine molecules. Why? Because 1 chlorine is able to take only 1 electron, but it wants to give 2 electrons. So it will call 2 chlorine molecules. Okay, so 1 electron in the outermost shell, it will give that 1 electron to 1 chlorine atom and another electron to another chlorine atom. So you may see this 287 gets converted into 288. So it is having 1 electron more, so it will get a negative charge. Magnesium, it will lose that 2 electron to get converted into 28. So it will have more positive charges. Okay, it is having 12 protons. That means it is having 12 positive charges and 10 negative charges. So it will gain 2 plus. Okay, it will get 2 plus charge, positive ion. It will form a positive ion. So this chlorine minus ion, another chlorine minus ion, and a magnesium positive ion will combine together by electrostatic force of attraction to form MgCl2, that is magnesium chloride. Similarly, there are two questions given on page number 93. Formation of potassium fluoride, that is Kf. The question is to show the formation of K plus ions and F minus ions in Kf. Okay, so formation of Kf, that is potassium fluoride. Potassium, its atomic number is 19. Its electronic configuration is 2881. It is having one electron in its outermost shell. That means it will give that one electron. Fluorine, its atomic number is 9. That means its electronic configuration is 2, 7. That means it will gain one electron. So this will give the last electron to F, that is fluorine, and this will form K plus ion and get 288. Now why do they give or take electrons? It is to get that particular number 8 in its outermost shell. You may see after give or take of electrons, all these elements are getting 8 in its outermost shell. So all the play is to get 8 in its outermost shell, or in some cases 2. Okay, so here you may see after giving that one electron, it has formed 288 and formed a positive ion, and this has formed a negative ion. This is a anion, this is a cation, this is an anion. Cations are positively charged, anions are negatively charged. You may write this at the top of your page on the textbook. Okay, cations are positively charged, anions are negatively charged. So a positively charged ion and a negatively charged ion, they will combine together, they will come together to form ionic bond and to form that compound, that is Kf. Similarly, the next, that is formation of CaO, that is calcium oxide. Calcium, its atomic number is 20, its electronic configuration is 2882. It has 2 electrons in its outermost shell. And oxygen, its atomic number is 8, its electronic configuration is 26. It is having 6 electrons in its outermost shell. So this will give its 2 electrons to oxygen. So after giving those 2 electrons, this will form Ca2 plus. If it gives 2, it will become 2 plus. If it gives 1, it will become 1 plus. If it gives 3, it will become 3 plus. And if it takes 3, it will become 3 minus. If it takes 2, it will become 2 minus. And if it takes 1, it will become 1 minus. Here it is taking 2, so it will become 2 minus. And this cation and this anion, they will form a bond due to electrostatic force of attraction to form ionic compound calcium oxide. So this is about ionic compounds. Now we will see the next. Next is formation of covalent bond. What is covalent bond? Covalent bond is the bond formed by sharing of electrons. Okay, so here you may see the first one is formation of covalent bond in H2 molecule. Hydrogen, its atomic number is 1. It is having 1 electron in its outermost orbit, and it is having only one shell. Which shell? That is K shell. What is the maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in K shell? It is 2. It is having 1. It needs only one more, okay, to gain the particular stable state. That means if it is K shell, then the element will try to gain 2 electrons. If it is L shell, then it will try to get 8 electrons. Okay, so here hydrogen, it is having 1 electron in its outermost shell. So 2 hydrogen atoms will share their electrons to form H2 molecule. Okay. Similarly, formation of covalent bond in H2O molecule. The atomic number of hydrogen is 1. The atomic number of oxygen is 8. it is having electronic configuration 2,6. That means it needs 2 more electrons. So this is having 1 electron, this hydrogen is having 1 electron. So it will take 2 electrons, it will share 2 electrons with other 2 hydrogen atoms to form a covalent bond. You may see they have shared electrons to form H2O. There are 2 hydrogen on both sides and 1 oxygen in the middle. Next is formation of covalent bond in HCl molecule. This is a question given on page number 94. Use your brain power question. In hydrogen, there is 1 electron in its outermost shell. Chlorine, it is having 7 electron in its outermost shell. So it needs 1 more electron. So this will share with chlorine. Okay, here it have shared to form HCl, to form a covalent bond. So covalent compounds, these are examples of covalent compounds, especially water. You may remember this, water is an example of covalent compound. How are covalent compounds formed? They are formed by sharing of electrons. How are ionic compounds formed? Ionic compounds are formed by give or take of electrons. Now you may take page number 93. The question of formation of covalent bond in H2O molecule, in H2 molecule, and MgCl2 and NaCl. These are the most frequently asked questions. Okay, so we have finished with the chapter. You may go through the textbook. If you are having any doubt, you may ask. Thank you.